A very good morning and welcome to Rajya Sabha TV. This is Breakfast News, bringing you the biggest news stories from India and across the world. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor and here are the top stories. Election dates are declared for Gujarat Assembly. Polls to be held in 2 phases on 9th and 14th of December. Model code of conduct in place in the state. RBI says decision to recapitalize the PSU banks a monumental step forward. Governor Urjit Patel says comprehensive policy would be in place to address challenges in the sector. Hafiz Saeed, not on the list of militants handed over to Islamabad by the United States, says Pakistan Foreign Minister. List contains names of 75 militants, including those from the Haqqani network. Voting in Kenya on, holding rerun of presidential elections. President Kenyatta urges supporters to turn up in large numbers. Opposition gives boycott call. And India beat New Zealand by 6 wickets in the second one-day international played in Pune. 3-match series now levelled 1-1. The top story this morning, the poll dates for Gujarat Assembly are out. The state will go to polls in 2 phases on 9th and 14th of December. The Chief Election Commissioner made the announcement at a press conference in New Delhi on Wednesday. Here are all the details.
The Election Commission making the most awaited announcement of this election season.
The polling would be conducted in 2 phases. The date of issue of a gazette notification for the first phase would be 14th November 2017, that is Tuesday. The date of polling would be 9th December 2017, which would be Saturday. As far as the second phase of assembly is concerned, it will consist of 93 assembly constituencies and there will be 14 districts. The date of gazette notification would be 20th November 17 and date of polling would be 14th December 17, which would be Thursday. The date of counting will be 18th December for both the phases.
Chief Election Commissioner A.K. Jyoti announced that the Election Commission will be using VVPAT machines in all the 50,128 polling stations for 4.27 crore voters in the state to ensure transparency.
The polling in the state would be conducted at all the 50,128 stations using EVMs and also the VVPATs.
The announcement brings into force the Model Code of Conduct in Gujarat. Starting Wednesday, all big election rallies in the state will be recorded. CCTV cameras will be installed at border checkpoints. The Income Tax Department will also keep a close watch on the election expenses of candidates.
The candidates would be required to open a separate bank account and incur their election expenses from this particular bank account. The Investigation Directorate of Income Tax has been asked to open Air Intelligence Units, that is in short AIU, in all the ports of the state.
Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani said that the BJP is well prepared for the polls.
हम स्वागत करते हैं, तैयार हैं और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि हम 3/4 यानी कि 3/4 मेजॉरिटी से भारतीय जनता पार्टी जीतेगी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी आने वाले दिन में अच्छी सरकार बनाएगी.
The opposition, however, questioned the delay in announcement of poll dates, saying that it was done to help the centre announce SOPs for the state.
जिस तरीके से डिले करते जा रहे थे, उसके वजह से उसके ऊपर प्रश्न चिन्ह उठा. अब ये जिम्मेदारी उन पे है, ये संवैधानिक जिम्मेदारी है और संवैधानिक जिम्मेदारी उनके अलावा और किसी पे नहीं कि निष्पक्ष चुनाव करवाए.
सरकार की तरफ से घोषणा हो गई लुभावनी, व्यापारियों के भी उन्होंने कर दी और भी कर दी, तमाम बैंकों को सुदृढ़ीकरण करने के बाद कर दी. तब क्या मैं नहीं समझ पाया कि उस समय क्यों नहीं घोषणा की गई थी जब हिमाचल की घोषणा की.
The Election Commission has maintained that the delay was caused by floods and relief efforts in several districts in Gujarat. Panchanan Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
On to news from the other poll-bound state of Himachal Pradesh, and today is the last day for the withdrawal of candidature for the state assembly elections. 479 nominations have been filed for the elections to be held on 9th of November. The polls are being held for the 68-member Himachal Pradesh Assembly. Counting of votes will be held on 18th of December. After scrutiny of nominations, as many as 394 candidates are left in the fray. Candidature of 82 people have been withdrawn or rejected. The Congress and the BJP have fielded candidates from all the assembly constituencies, and about 150 independents are also in the fray. On to some other news now. US Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, who is on a 2-day visit to India, met with External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj and held wide-ranging talks with her. The two sides joined hand in telling Pakistan that it needs to do more in the war against terror. Tillerson, who visited Islamabad before coming to India, asked Pakistan to destroy the safe havens for terrorists in its territory. Tillerson and Sushma Swaraj both said that this was imperative in ensuring peace and tranquility in the region. The US and India also decided a new mechanism on the designation of terrorists and terror groups in the future.
Delivering a blunt message, India and the US have asked Pakistan to dismantle terror safe havens in the country. After a meeting in Delhi, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj and US Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said that Islamabad needs to take concrete action against terror groups to ensure peace and security in the region, particularly in Afghanistan. The US has also asked Pakistan to give a roadmap on how they would go about doing this.
हम इस बात पर भी सहमत थे कि पाकिस्तान को उनके यहाँ स्थापित आतंकवादी संगठनों की सुरक्षित शरणगाहों को खत्म करने के लिए तुरंत कदम उठाने चाहिए। हमारा ऐसा विश्वास है कि राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप की नई रणनीति तभी सफल हो सकती है जब पाकिस्तान बिना किसी भेदभाव के सभी आतंकवादी संगठनों के खिलाफ प्रभावी कार्यवाही करे। भारत अफगानिस्तान की सरकार और अमेरिका सहित अंतर्राष्ट्रीय समुदाय के साथ मिलकर एक सुरक्षित, स्थायी, प्रगतिशील, शांतिपूर्ण और लोकतांत्रिक अफगानिस्तान के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है।
In our discussions with Pakistani leadership yesterday in Islamabad, we had a very open, frank exchange around the concerns the United States shares with other regional partners and allies, India, but also Afghanistan, that there are too many terrorist organizations that find a safe place in Pakistan from which to conduct their operations and attacks against other countries. We have extended to Pakistan certain expectations we have of their government and their leadership to deal with, in particular, these organizations, the leaders of these organizations, and we're attempting to put in place a mechanism of cooperation through information sharing, but not just information sharing, action.
Swaraj and Tillerson also discussed defense cooperation, with the US assuring India a supply of its best fighter jets and other military technology. India also raised the issue of H-1B visa, with Swaraj requesting Tillerson not to take action that might adversely affect Indians. The two leaders also discussed North Korea and Iran.
हमारा और DPRK का ट्रेड बहुत कम हो गया है, बहुत ही कम हो गया है। अगर मैं मिनिमल कहूँ तो गलत नहीं होगा। और जहाँ तक एम्बेसी का सवाल है, हमारी एम्बेसी का साइज़ वहाँ बहुत छोटा है, लेकिन एम्बेसी है। और मैंने सेक्रेटरी टिलरसन से कहा कि आपके कुछ मित्र देशों की एम्बेसी वहाँ रहनी चाहिए, ताकि कम से कम कुछ चैनल्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन खुले रहें। बहुत बार आपको बात करने की आवश्यकता पड़ती है, आपसी संवाद से चीज़ों को निपटाने की आवश्यकता पड़ेगी, तो कम से कम एक देश की एम्बेसी तो ऐसी हो जिसे आप अपना मित्र देश कहते हैं। और मुझे लगता है कि उन्होंने मेरी इस बात को बहुत समझदारी से लिया है।
And we do not want to harm the Iranian people. Our fight is not with the Iranian people. Our disagreements are with the revolutionary regime. So with that context, as we are taking actions to impose sanctions on the regime, and in particular the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, it's our objective to deny financing capacity and to disrupt the activities related to these malign behaviors.
Tillerson also met Prime Minister Narendra Modi and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval.
Synergy between India and US is developing very fast as far as the issues of terrorism and regional security is concerned. But it will be interesting to see that how far they converge on the issues of trade and services. This will be the real test of bonhomie between India and US in coming days. Akhilesh Suman for Rajya Television with camera person Saroj in Delhi.
Meanwhile, Pakistan has claimed that the name of Mumbai attack mastermind and banned Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief Hafiz Saeed is not on the list handed over to them by the United States. Now, this was stated by Pakistani Foreign Minister Khwaja Asif. The list has been given to Pakistan during the recent visit of US Secretary of State Rex Tillerson to Islamabad. Now, as per reports, the US has handed over a list of 75 militants, and the Haqqani network is on the top of this list. Hafiz Saeed is carrying a $10 million US dollar bounty on his head for his role in terror activities and has been under house arrest in Pakistan since January this year. And on to some other news now. 2 days after the government appointed its special representative to restart the Kashmir dialogue process, Army Chief Bipin Rawat has said that the appointment of interlocutor for Jammu and Kashmir will not impact army operations in the state. Rawat was speaking at the FICCI seminar in New Delhi. Meanwhile, security forces launched a massive search operation in over 12 villages in state's Shopian district yesterday.
The army operations in Jammu and Kashmir will continue, says Army Chief General Bipin Rawat, who maintained on Tuesday that the government's strategy on Kashmir has put it in a position of strength. The Army Chief's reaction comes 2 days after the centre named former IB chief to restart the dialogue process in the state.
The policy of the government has worked. The government is speaking from a position of strength. सरकार ने interlocutor उनको नियुक्त किया है, उनको टास्किंग उन्होंने दी है, तो किस तरह से वो काम करेंगे, थोड़ा इंटरलोकेटर को बैठ के टाइम दीजिए.
General Rawat said the government's policy on Jammu and Kashmir has improved overall situation in the state. He also spoke on the need to deploy robust intelligence systems to prevent terrorist incidents like Uri and Pathankot.
वो भी सुधार हो रहा है सब चीजों में, हर एक चीज में सुधार हो रहा है. इन्फिल्ट्रेशन घटा है उसके कारण और सब चीजों में सुधार आया है. इन्फिल्ट्रेशन जो है टेररिस्ट को हमने बॉर्डर पे मारा है, लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल पे, और उसके वजह से सुधार आया है. अंदरूनी जो हालत है आप देख लीजिए. ये मैं नहीं कहूंगा कि एक बार हमला हुआ, 2 बार हमला हुआ, आगे हमला नहीं होगा. हमें सतर्क रहना है, तैयार रहना है और तैयारी हमेशा रहनी चाहिए. ये मेरा मकसद है.
In another development, security forces launched search operations in several villages of South Kashmir's Shopian district.
साउथ कश्मीर में जैसे कि आपको पता है पिछले एक वीक में टेररिस्ट ने कुछ सिविलियंस को भी टारगेट किया है, पॉलिटिकल वर्कर और गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स को भी टारगेट किया है और इस इलाके में काफ़ी टेररिस्ट के मौजूद होने की समाचार है आर्मी के पास. उसके मद्देनजर ये CRPF, पुलिस और आर्मी ने एक सर्च ऑपरेशन जारी किया.
The massive operation comes in the wake of recent militant attacks in South Kashmir. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
Big story coming in from Iraq, where Minister of State for External Affairs V.K. Singh is in Iraq to meet senior officials to coordinate the search operations for the 39 missing Indians and find concrete information related to their whereabouts. Now, the Iraqi embassy has said that Iraq and India continue their close cooperation in order to find the location of the missing Indians who were kidnapped by Islamic State terrorist group in June 2014. Now, DNA samples of relatives of the missing Indians have also been provided to the Iraqi agencies to help the investigators in their search to verify the identity of thousands of victims left by Islamic State, whether alive or exhumated bodies, as a number of mass graves have been discovered in the areas that were under Islamic State's control. Now, RBI Governor Urjit Patel has said that the 2.11 lakh crore rupees bank recapitalization plan announced by the government is a monumental step forward in safeguarding India's economic future. He said that a comprehensive policy would be put in place to address the challenges faced by the sector. In a statement, the RBI chief said that a well-capitalized banking system is a prerequisite for stable economic growth. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley yesterday announced that 2.11 lakh crore rupees would be infused in PSU banks over 2 years, of which 1.35 lakh crore rupees would be through recapitalization bonds. The remaining 76,000 crore rupees would be in form of the budgetary support and market raising. Non-performing assets of banks have more than doubled to 7.33 lakh crore rupees in June 2017 from 2.75 lakh crore rupees in March 2015. The BJP has decided to counter the opposition party's protests on 8th of November. Now, Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said that the party will celebrate the day as Anti-Black Money Day. Jaitley further said that the people who deposited money disproportional to their income are now being forced to pay taxes. He also informed that not the confiscation of money, but squeezing the quantum of cash was the objective of demonetization. The Finance Minister also said that post the implementation of the goods and services tax in the nation, a new transition phase has heralded in the country, which would make cash generation difficult.
और इसलिए पार्टी ने ये तय किया है कि 8 नवंबर 2017 को भारतीय जनता पार्टी पूरे देश में एंटी ब्लैक मनी डे, काला धन विरोधी दिवस मनाएगी। आठ नवंबर को पार्टी के सभी प्रमुख नेता देश भर में भ्रमण करेंगे और पार्टी की ओर से, पार्टी के मंच से देश भर में उनके कार्यक्रम आयोजित किए जाएंगे और जो कदम हम लोगों ने उठाए हैं इस दिशा में उनको हम लोग हाईलाइट करेंगे।
Time to take a very short break here. We'll be back with more news. Don't go anywhere.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Thanks for staying with us. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said that India is creating a vibrant ecosystem for entrepreneurs across the globe by its policies. Addressing a conference of entrepreneurs organization in Hyderabad, he said that red tapeism has come to an end and investors are being given a red carpet welcome in the country.
Addressing a conference organized by the Entrepreneurs Organization at Hyderabad International Convention Center, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu said that India is focused on job creation.
India is striving to provide the requisite skills and create a conducive environment for youth to enter the world of work either as employees or employers. The government has launched a number of initiatives in this direction: Skill India, Startup India, Make in India. They intend to help build an ecosystem for nurturing entrepreneurship in our country. Steps are also being taken for making it easy to start and run business.
Vice President said that young population in India has huge opportunities in entrepreneurship and the central and state governments are helping the youth create wealth. He further added that the government has killed red tapeism in issuing approvals for various schemes.
They must be given an opportunity to acquire new skills and update old ones. They must be encouraged to take risks, to connect with the peers and incubators. More women and underrepresented groups must be motivated to join the world of work. This is the responsive, vibrant ecosystem that needs to be established everywhere.
Naidu also asked all participants to focus on creating technologies which in the long run can benefit mankind. He urged entrepreneurs to make use of government policies to create opportunities for the youth. The Vice President is on a 4-day visit to Hyderabad and Mumbai. Raj Kamal's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
On to some other news now. The Department of Telecommunications has issued new rules to simplify the process of linking of Aadhaar card with a mobile number. The new rules suggested 3 methods to link the registered mobile number with Aadhaar. There are OTP or a one-time password, app-based and the IVRS facility. Subscribers will not have to visit telecom company stores to link Aadhaar with SIM. For the case of senior citizens and also the people with disability and chronic illness, the department has also recommended for the re-verification at their doorstep. Communication Minister Manoj Sinha said that the Aadhaar number system was designated to allow all residents of the country access to critical government services and important information that they may need from time to time. The department has also given instructions to the telecom service providers to provide iris or fingerprint-based authentication of Aadhaar. Let's get you some international news now. Kenya's controversial presidential election will go ahead as planned today. Now, this after the country's Supreme Court could not rule on a challenge because not enough justices showed up for a session. A bid to delay the election fell apart after only 2 out of 7 Supreme Court judges showed up for the hearing. One judge failed to appear after her bodyguard was shot and wounded by unknown gunmen. Last month, the Supreme Court had annulled the 8th of August election after accusations of irregularities by the opposition, paving the way for a new vote scheduled for this week. However, activists filed a petition on Tuesday alleging that Kenya's Electoral Commission was not in position to conduct a free and fair vote. But after judges failed to show up, Kenya's election authorities tweeted that the presidential election would go ahead as scheduled. Now, Uhuru Kenyatta, who is seeking a second term, had won in August. Opposition candidate Raila Odinga called on his supporters to boycott the ballot.
Based on assurances given to this commission by the relevant authorities and security agencies, based on the progress that has been made in the commission, the elections are scheduled will go tomorrow, the 26th of October 2017.
Our forefathers fought and died for the right of the African to vote. We dare not reject the inheritance our elders so painfully won. Instead, it is my firm belief that it is our duty to protect and exercise this right, but also remain mindful of its price.
Convince your friends, neighbors, and everyone else not to participate. Instead, we are Kenyans who value democracy and justice to hold vigilant prayers away from polling stations or just stay at home.
News from Europe now, where Catalonia's parliament will hold a plenary session today to decide its response to the Spain central government's move to dismiss the region's government under Article 155 of the country's constitution. A crucial debate will take place in Catalonia's parliament on Article 155 and the prospect of independence from Spain. The plenary would continue on Friday when Spain's Senate is expected to vote on measures proposed by Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy to dismiss the Catalan government. Catalan separatist parties have threatened to declare independence if the Senate approve these measures. Earlier on Wednesday, President Carles Puigdemont rejected an invitation to explain his position to the Senate in Madrid, an indication of the rigid stance taken by both the sides in Spain's gravest political crisis since 1975. The developments unfold after an independence referendum in Catalonia on 1st of October this year, which Catalan government said endorsed its claim to statehood. Madrid, however, declared the referendum as illegal and is preparing to impose a direct rule to stop the region breaking away.
Supongo que usted querrá vivir en un país donde se aplique la ley y si no, dígalo, apostar por la convivencia que se ha roto en Cataluña y atajar las consecuencias económicas que sus decisiones están provocando. Es una decisión esta excepcional, la del 155.
And on to sports now. India defeated New Zealand in the second one-day international match played in Pune yesterday. And with this win, India has levelled the ongoing three-match ODI series 1-1. Now, chasing a victory target of 231 runs, India beat the visitors by 6 wickets with 24 balls remaining. India finished their innings at 232, losing 4 wickets in 46.5 overs. Earlier on Sunday, New Zealand had defeated India in their opening match in Mumbai. And the third ODI will be played in Kanpur on 29th of October. News from the world of badminton. Saina Nehwal, H.S. Pranoy and B. Sai Praneeth have advanced to the second round of the French Open Series in Paris. Saina Nehwal defeated Denmark's Line Hodgmark 21-14, 11-21, 21-10. She will now face Japan's Kane Yamaguchi. Meanwhile, in another match, US Open champion Pranoy defeated Korea's Lee Hyun-2 21-15, 21-17. HS Pranoy will now face Denmark's Hans Christian Solberg. And also, Sai Praneeth beat Thailand's Kosit Pet Pradap 21-13, 21-23, 21-19. Praneeth will now square off against Japanese Kenta Nishimoto. And in football, Spain and England have set up the title clash in the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup tournament. Spain defeated Mali 3-1 at Navi Mumbai to book their final berth for the 4th time. For Spain, captain Abel Ruiz scored twice, with Ferran Torres being the other goal scorer. Meanwhile, in another match, England stunned 3-time champions Brazil by the same margin at Kolkata to enter their first final. For England, Ryan Brewster struck his second consecutive hat-trick of the tournament. He is now the highest goal scorer in the tournament with 7 goals. The final will be played in Kolkata on Saturday. The two losing semi-finalists, Brazil and Mali, will play for the 3rd place on the same day. And finally, Thailand is marking the start of a lavish 5-day funeral for King Bhumibol Adulyadej. King Bhumibol, who died last year, aged 88, will be cremated on a royal pyre with a cremation complex of gold pavilions in front of Bangkok's Grand Palace today. King Bhumibol's body is being moved from the Grand Palace to a crematorium in a public square in front, where thousands of people have already pitched tents to ensure their places. And with the visuals of royal cremation for late King Bhumibol Adulyadej, I take your leave. Thanks so much for watching.
และในขณะนี้นะคะเจ้าพนักงานจะได้เคลื่อนพระยานมาส3 ลำคาญออกไปทางถนนท้ายวังค่ะ